This is an interactive video session that will help you to improve the skill of intercultural engagement. Having this skill means that you are able to participate in multicultural team projects, clubs, or community events, demonstrating openness to different cultural perspectives. Share culturally relevant experiences, events, and resources to foster intercultural understanding. Encourage and actively involve students from diverse backgrounds in collaborative activities. Facilitate discussions on cultural and societal issues to promote awareness and inclusion.
Definition of the skill: willingness to take part in and to promote social activities, foster intercultural exchange, and build relationships through positive interactions with others.
What is intercultural engagement? Intercultural engagement is the ability to recognize, understand, and respect cultural differences when interacting with people from different cultural backgrounds. It involves openness to develop skills, knowledge and attitudes to effectively communicate, cooperate, and build relationship in intercultural contexts. In other words, intercultural competence describes one's effective and appropriate engagement with cultural differences.
In 2006, UNESCO published Guidelines on Intercultural Education. These guidelines should be seen as a valuable practical resource for teachers and learners, curriculum developers, policymakers and community members alike, and all those who wish to promote intercultural education in interests of peace and understanding.
The publication is essentially based on 3 principles. Principle 1. Intercultural education respects the cultural identity of the learner through the provision of culturally appropriate and responsive quality education for all.
Principle 2. Intercultural education provides every learner with the cultural knowledge, attitudes and skill necessary to achieve active and full participation in society.
Principle 3. Intercultural education provides all learners with cultural knowledge, attitudes and skills that enable them to contribute to respect, understanding and solidarity among individuals, ethnic, social, cultural and religious groups and nations.
In academic context, research has shown that intercultural encounters do not automatically increase intercultural competence. Cultural diversity in the classroom does not necessarily lead to intercultural contact and intercultural learning experiences of students. Teachers are entrusted with fostering students to reflect about individual and collective social experiences with people from other cultures. In other words, teachers today need to be able to introduce the principles of intercultural pedagogy into the teaching and learning process, which in turn means that they have developed intercultural and global competence themselves.
Furthermore, higher education institutions are becoming increasingly aware that all students, not just those who are studying in their own country in a multicultural environment, but those who will participate in mobility programs or who are studying abroad, should be expected to acquire intercultural competence. How to develop possibilities for intercultural learning that are beneficial to all students should be the first item to be thought about. This is important because all graduates will need to be prepared to function in a worldwide society as professionals and global citizens, whether they choose to pursue work domestically or overseas.
The main idea is to globalize the conventional curriculum and learning goals. The internationalization of the curriculum provides a framework to help all students, both those who are mobile and those who are not, transform their exposure to an international education into intercultural competence.
Indeed, researchers confirm that stereotypes and prejudice may get reinforced if the experience of critical incidents in intercultural contexts are not effectively evaluated, on cognitive, affective and behavioral levels. This reflection may lead to intercultural competence, a long-term change of a person's knowledge, attitudes, and skills to enable positive and effective interaction with members of other cultures.
Intercultural training seeks to expand people's knowledge about their own and other cultures, influence their attitudes concerning foreign cultures, and develop their skills to interact effectively with people of other cultural backgrounds, as well as strategies that support the development of a critical mindset for assigning meaning to these experiences.
In an academic context, teachers cannot fail to use diversity as a resource in the classroom at the same time they aim to create an inclusive education environment. For example, they should integrate various perspectives, authors, and historical events into their lessons, ensuring that students see themselves reflected in the material used in the classroom.
Actually, teachers are supposed to be trained for intercultural interactions, and be able to integrate students' experiences into their professional development. The promotion of a future teacher's intercultural competence within pedagogical interaction represents an innovative approach aimed at enhancing professional competence among university graduates. This approach emphasizes shared values in intercultural dialogues and underscores tolerance as fundamental for human social interaction.
It equips teachers to navigate diverse cultural contexts effectively, transcending their own cultural boundaries to engage constructively where values, attitudes, and norms differ.
Central to this competence is the teacher's ability to understand and respect cultural diversity, interpreting information contextually and fostering dialogue based on personal meaning.
Intercultural competence encompasses perceiving, comprehending, appropriating, and analyzing events through cultural lenses. It involves motivational aspects, sustaining interest in learning foreign languages and cultures, cognitive dimensions in acquiring professional knowledge for intercultural interactions, operational skills in practical intercultural contexts, reflexive capacities for self-reflection and personal growth, and integrative personal qualities that cultivate a secondary linguistic persona. It also contributes to the preparation of students for community life, their development as democratic citizens and their ability to engage.
In the same line, a report from the JRC's INN04DIV project, financed by the European Commission, was published in 2022 and defines good practices to inspire educators in intercultural settings. After analyzing 21 innovative cases, the report outlines 9 key enabling components for intercultural and democratic competence development in teachers' education.
Number 1. Common understanding of intercultural and democratic competence, interculturality, cultural diversity, European values, and ethics of human dignity. The first of these components is centered on the common understanding of what intercultural and democratic competence actually means.
Number 2. Supporting educational policies contributing to the development of sustainable partnerships among different stakeholders. The second key enabling component refers to the partnerships that educational stakeholders set up among themselves, leading to the emergence of professional networks and communities of practice.
Number 3. Effective initial teacher education based on experiential knowledge, critical thinking and meaningful learning. This component is about making sure that teachers come into contact with diversity already during their education.
Number 4. Teachers continuing professional development with high-quality intercultural and democratic competence programs and projects that incorporate cultural diversity as a resource for learning and teaching, which is the teacher's direct experience with interculturality.
Number 5. Culturally responsive, transversal and flexible curriculum model based on multi-perceptivity and on a holistic approach. This component focuses on triggering intercultural thinking by a culturally responsive curriculum.
Number 6. Engaging intercultural responsive pedagogies. The sixth component is about responsive pedagogies, stressing the importance of the dialogue between the teacher and the students, leaving room for open questions, ambiguity, and critical thinking.
Number 7. Availability of digital and blended learning resources and of adaptable tools for different educational settings and cultural contexts. Free and open access to teaching and learning resources, materials and platforms are essential.
Number 8. Whole school approach, WSA, and community of practice. This component stresses the involvement of local authorities, the community, academics, or even local NGOs in teaching.
Number 9. The crucial role of teacher educators with experiential intercultural knowledge and understanding.
To conclude, intercultural engagement is the capacity to interact respectfully and effectively across cultural differences, requiring intentional education, reflection, and experiential learning rather than mere exposure to diversity.
Now we invite you to the quiz section where you can test your knowledge by answering 3 questions. Tick the correct answer. Whether you chose right or wrong, you will be given an explanation for the answer. Here we go.